Okay, welcome back to the Adventure Within channel. My name is Andrew Fritz. I'm a clairvoyant healer and meditation teacher. And in this video, I'd like to talk about energy healing. And when mo most people hear about energy healing, they might think Reiki. It's a more common, modality in regards to energy healing. And that's not something that it's something I'm aware of, but I'm not trained in. I'm not really interested in that particular type of modality, healing modality. Um, but what I've learned and how I operate and how I teach it is I don't really know that it has a name, but I work with healing guides and I work with the energy of forgiveness. So it's not about forcing people to release unwanted energy. It's just really giving them the opportunity, giving them permission to let go, whatever they're willing to let go in that moment, whether it's a little bit of energy or it's a lot of energy. It's different for each person. Um, but a basic energy healing typically involves getting someone grounded. It involves, so they have a way to release unwanted energy, doing healing work to the aura. So the seven layers of the aura, around the body, that energy field, and then the energy system in the body. So the major energy channels and the seven major chakras and some of the minor chakras like the feet chakra and hand chakras. I might do some body system healings and maybe a specialty healing like a Christ force healing. And for me, that's kind of just a basic energy healing. Um, and then there's other types of healings that a lot of people just aren't aware of. So, there's a trance mediumship healing. And to take a step back, when people hear trance mediumship, a lot of people don't really know what that is. They might just think channeling, and yeah, that's definitely a big part of it. But with trance mediumship, this is an ability that we all have. It's an ability where, for the first part of it, it's getting out of the body consciously and also very effortlessly. And from there, you could go on an astral travel, or you could channel certain energies or channel certain beings. And that's what I tend to see is most people think with channeling that it's about um, channeling something out there, whether it's a being or whatever it is, and it's just for communication purposes that they're relaying some sort of information outside of themselves for other people, whether it's a one-on-one session or someone doing it on stage for a whole, audience, or it's on YouTube or whatever it might be. And yeah, trance mediumship, a big part of that is communication, and communication can be healing. But there is a trance medium healing where, and these are fun. These are awesome. This is something I've been practicing for the past 4 years. It's very fun. It's very simple, effective, and very powerful. And essentially, transmedium healing is where the healer is um, kind of going up to a high vibration and stepping out of the body. And there'll be an invitation to the healee to come up to that high vibration, that same vibration that the healer is at. And, sometimes it could be the healing is just them finally getting up to that vibration because they might be at a lower vibration, and just getting up to that high vibration might be the healing by itself. For some people, it's fairly easy to get up to that high vibration. And then there's this kind of just an observing from the healer perspective of all the negative or unwanted energy that might be purging out. And the healer can kind of point that out. Oh, okay, I see this color, and it's this energy that's releasing out of this part of your body or spiritual anatomy, and oh, okay, underneath I see this color. Oh, this is more of your energy, and validating that. So it's really fun, and a lot of people they're not aware of that type of healing. Um, and then there's also another type of healing that people aren't very aware of. I don't even think people that are really into lucid dreaming or astral travel, astral projection, out of body experiences might not even be aware of this, that there's an astral body healing that which really involves, when I went through this type of training, it was pretty fun where we'd be in this room and we'd have like a massage table, and there'd be multiple healers, astral body healers, surrounding the table, and someone would lie down. They'd probably have like a blanket on them. Um, And then we would basically work on lifting their astral body, um, which is basically a duplicate of the physical body. It's just lighter. And we'd lift it out of sync from the physical. And we'd start to kind of take a look at it and do some energy work on that and just clean that up. And, yes, that's going to help with things like maybe helping with dream recall. Or if someone already has great dream recall or they're already kind of having a lucid dreaming practice, that can really enhance their ability to lucid dream, just having more permission. But I do find that, at least from my experience, it's really helpful to have a certain degree of good dream recall, um, before you end up having, the lucid dream. I find that if my dream recall is terrible, um, my lucid dreaming chances are very slim to none. It's possible, very, very possible, right? Anything's possible. But that's been my personal experience with it. So these astral body healings, gosh, I could share one story. The first time I ever gave an astral body healing was before I even was in an astral body training. And I just kind of knew the basics of how to do it. And I was at my friend's house, and this is in Chicago, and I said, "Hey, you want can I give you an astral body healing?" And he was open to it. So I gave him the healing, and by the time I was done with it, I had this sense that like, oh, I was going to experience some sort of death, and I wasn't concerned or worried. I didn't think it was like a physical death, but um, I just sensed that, oh, there's going to be some sort of death here. And I went to sleep. I fell asleep on the floor, and my friend that I gave the healing was still awake, and my other friend was also awake. I think they were watching TV, but I fell asleep, and I was unconscious, and then suddenly I became aware of just being in darkness, and I saw this light, and I couldn't quite I didn't wasn't sure what the light was, and I started to realize, oh, wait a second, it's a street light. And then I was kind of aware that, okay, this is a street and that's the street light. And then I was kind of looking to the left and I was starting to see kind of light coming from within a building. And I could see through the roof and into a particular part of the building. And I was looking down, I was like, oh yeah, that's my friend, and oh, okay, that's my other friend, and watching TV there, and then what's that on the ground? Oh, that's my body. And then I freaked out, and that's when I woke up in my friend's condo and on the floor, and um, so that was kind of just that was my first really conscious out of body experience. It wasn't really intentional, or I didn't try to induce it or anything like that, but I think it was for sure a result of that astral body healing that I gave. So that doesn't mean if you give or receive an astral body healing, it instantaneous automatically means that you're going to have some sort of out of body experience like that. Possible, yeah. But beyond, we think astral body healing, so it must be just all about, sleep, and yeah, it can definitely help with a better night's sleep, and it can definitely help with, for those that are interested in dreaming or just maybe remembering dreams. If people have, again, like I said, if they have great dream recall or even like some sort of lucid dreaming practice, it will definitely help with leading towards getting closer to having lucid dreams. But aside from that, again, it's at the end of the healing, we're bringing the astral body and kind of syncing it back up with the physical. So it can affect you in the waking state. Maybe, and I find that you just there's a greater sense of clarity. There might be a sense of just being more present as well. So it's not just about, the nighttime as far as sleep and dreams and all that. Yeah, it's the big component, but it can also affect you, and you'll notice some shifts just kind of in your, we'll just say waking consciousness or the waking state or whatever you want to say. So there's these different types of um, energy healing that a lot of people just aren't aware of from a very basic level. That's not Reiki. Um, and then to the trance medium healing and the astral body healing. So these are things that we offer. We're a school, an online school of intuitive arts, and we offer some services such as psychic readings and these different types of energy healing. Um, and so if that's something that you're interested in exploring, or whether you want to receive one, or wow, because all of us have the ability to heal and turn on these different abilities. So if that's something you're interested in, we have classes and we have trainings where you can learn to meditate and turn on different abilities like clairvoyance and eventually I'd like to teach the trance mediumship program. Um, but you can learn how to do these different types of modalities, these healing modalities, whether if it's a basic level or I have a lucid dreaming program where yeah, it's about if you have an interest in lucid dreaming, but it's all about healing your astral body, and you'll be able to give and receive astral body healings with your classmates. Um, so I'll leave the information in the description below if you're interested. Otherwise, hope you enjoyed this video and see you in the next one. Take care.